Hello, Travis Johnson with NJIT Lacrosse. Just wanted to give an update. Um, right now is about 2 weeks since we learned that our season would be canceled. But right now would be the time that we were walking into um, the Marjorie Perry Theater to do film work and talk about scouting report for our upcoming opponent against LIU on that day. And a lot has changed since then. But want to thank the medical personnel, the police officers, the people working in grocery stores for continuing to do their jobs that allow us to be able to stay indoors during this time. But wanted to talk a little bit about our program and what this means for us. Um, you know, at that moment, we were walking into the film room to talk about our upcoming opponent. And early in the week, we had released that no fans would be at our games, which was disappointing for I think everybody. But in all, it was probably the right decision. We went through our film, our scout report, and even talked to our guys at that moment about the possibility of things being suspended for a little bit. And went out and had a great practice and enjoyed the time there and got a lot of work done. And then afterwards, found out that our season was suspended and then ultimately canceled, a few hours later. And everything during that week was fluid and up in the air and changed, it seemed like every minute. And in the grand scheme of things, it was a small piece of this big puzzle that everybody's trying to deal with. From a lacrosse standpoint, we were one of the smaller programs to be affected, and the entire lacrosse season being canceled and NBA season being put on hold. But hopefully everybody continues to heed the advice of stay indoors and social distancing to its finest. For us, being 6 years of being an independent, this was the year that was the most exciting because we were now in the NEC conference. We were 2 days away from playing our first ever conference game, and having those experiences was going to be a great asset to our guys. Not only from the first game to the last game. So having 50% of your season kind of cut short, leaves a pretty empty feeling inside. I feel for the seniors. You have guys like Luke Binder, Eric Hewler, Ryan Caden, Johnny Medeiros, Anthony Rodriguez, John Tashon, Grant Toller, that have put in so much work over these 4 and 5 years with some of these guys that the chance to be able to play in a conference tournament and play at home after being playing basically virtually all your games on the road for 4 years, was incredibly disappointing. But at the end of the day, it's not those games that's going to be missed from those guys. It's going to be the times in the weight room, during individuals, at practice, the film room. Those are the times and experiences that, when they look back at it, are going to matter most to them. Right now we don't know with this situation how fluid it is, when everything will kind of return back to what the future normal will be. But we now have hopefully taken steps towards that, as this is the first week back into school with our guys taking virtual classes, and some are now online classes, but for the most part, most of our guys were in virtual classes so they can continue with their academic futures. But for us as a program, it's about supporting our student athletes these next 2 months of school, get them through this process, as best as we can, in this difficult time, especially with the majors that they have, where being online learning and a virtual classroom is probably not the best option for them. But they will get through this. These are really tough, resilient guys who have been through a tremendous amount of things over their course of their 4 and 5 years. That we will get through, and will continue to make huge leaps and bounds and steps forward, not only from the academic piece, but from a lacrosse piece as well, and look forward to one day, being able to play in a conference game and build our program into being conference champions, at some point. But thank you to everybody that's out there doing their jobs when we're not able to go out and play games. But wanted to thank everybody, and hopefully we can continue to move forward, and everybody doing the right thing in social distancing. Stay safe, and talk to you soon. Thank you.